Hey, here. This is a public hearing for our budget statement fiscal year 27. Need motion to go to public hearing.
Motion?
I second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Sit here. Anybody got any questions about budget for next year? That's what we're talking about.
Looks good.
Our rate coming from basically 1248 per 100,000 to 1250 per 100,000. The highest we've been in the last 5 years is 12.51. So we're just kind of like staying right. That going up 2 cents, that's pretty good for what prices of everything's going up. So pretty happy with that.
We're still under the state average, I think.
State average is 12.71. Over 21 cents under that. And now we can talk about whatever we want.
Everybody adapted to daylight savings time by now? Does it get harder on you, John?
No.
Which one do you like more?
Oh, it is nice to have more daylight.
Yeah, during the winter, you're just depressed. It's just dark all the time.
Yeah. Well, I like when it gets now right before the daylight savings time, it's getting lighter earlier in the morning and staying, well, till 6 o'clock at night. That's great with me. But understand with the summer, with all the things going on, you like to stay later.
When's the Hawks play next?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Boy and the women dropped that. Ah, darn, they were up 9 points,
Yeah.
It's hard to believe on runs how they do that in basketball, because I was never a basketball player, but, each team goes on a run, and it's like,
And they could,
how do you do that?
yeah, they were shooting over 50% on their 3-pointers, and we couldn't seem to hit
Oh,
them.
that Johnson, she was just lighting them up.
Yeah. And that made a big difference in the game. Where our defense was pretty solid, but you can't cover everything, and they can hit them from outside. We used to be able to hit them from outside. And Chit-Chat maybe hit 2 today. And,
Yeah, but that Johnson, she just,
yeah.
we were good underneath the boards, for sure.
Yeah.
Then you knew that was a big turning point when the fragment, when each team got the 2 free throws.
I didn't like that call at all.
Oh,
Yeah, that didn't make a lick of sense.
no, it didn't. Each got 2 free throws, and then Virginia gets the ball.
Yeah, I don't know what was going through their head when they saw it, but they didn't see it. That's why they reviewed it for 5 minutes.
The second one was called right, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Then, as soon as Ava fouled out, we lost all our gas. We got 2 of theirs out, which didn't have as profound of an impact as it would have been nice to have had.
Exactly. But geez, at home, number 2,
Full crowd.
85 or more percent Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
That's your extra man, right there.
Oh yeah. And I heard Jan was calling out for if people, if you can't make it with your tickets, give them to someone who will make it. It was pretty full.
Yeah.
Did you go to it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it was heartbreaking. It was Kylie's last game.
Yep. Hannah's
Also
too, wasn't it?
Hannah.
Yeah.
McCabe, she had been playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jada.
Well, do you have
Miss
season
Jada.
tickets?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, my city clerk in Bennett, she got season tickets too, so she was there. They closed City Hall early just so she could do that.
Yeah. There's one guy I ran into from work. Both of us played hooky. I took vacation day. He took the afternoon off. But we're like, hey, shouldn't you be at work? Yeah, you should be at work. But no, it was good. We went down early, parked at the Grandic Park, and then walked over to the Vine, had lunch, and then popped up to the game.
Would you run a CAN bus up there, or
No, it's, the Vine's not super far from the.
it's uphill though, Nate?
Oh, I know, my knees will tell you that today, that's for sure.
I mean, it's uphill.
Downhill on the way back though.
Yeah. I walked up that hill many a time, so.
That's a good, I mean, it's a great little place to park if you don't pay for the parking up top.
Exactly.
Which we didn't end up doing for the last half of the season. But today, with the hospital open and people working, they couldn't give tickets, or couldn't get parking passes away to that lot, so.
Yeah.
Everyone had to go farther out to Fink By or. for that.
I'm sorry, I parked last time I went.
The Crandick Park, which is kind of right behind Tom Riley. Tom Riley, and then the railroad tracks, and then the big water, flood wall. Right behind that's a little tiny park. They have like 6 or 8 parking spots, but the grass fills up with it too. So like, cars can park there. Thankfully, even though there's signs, the city doesn't come and ticket anybody.
You're a season ticket holder?
Yeah.
Well, if you ever can't use them, your friendly city clerk will
Okay.
be more than happy.
You're not close enough.
The agent just.
No, it's a good time. We sit in AA, row 21.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's what my city clerk gave me one, because there was like an 8 o'clock Sunday game, she's like, and I happen to have the day off the next day. She's like, I'm not going to the game, that's past my bedtime. I'm like, oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was a late night.
It was a late night,
Yeah.
and it was, and her seats are like way up high, but I didn't care, because it was fun, so.
Oh, yeah. Great environment.
Yeah.
I think the
Good
men's
energy.
I think after the men's performance Sunday night, they're gonna start selling out again at their, for their games, their home games.
That was a good game to watch, yeah.
That was great.
They got a chance to beat Nebraska too.
Oh, my God. They beat them already. They got 1-1 this year.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, they got a good chance.
And I'll tell you what, Illinois has a good chance of beating Houston, so it could be, if the Hawks win there, they're playing a Big Ten, and then a Big Ten.
Exactly.
Thanks for bringing Dave's CPR.
Kevin's out.
Chris.
Yeah.
And Rick had mandatory training.
Okay.
Oh.
They'd be late.
Yeah, thanks.
That's
I did try to call you,
But-
Did you?
Yes, I called, left you a message.
We were down at a fire training.
I can vouch.
Whatever phone number is up on my sheet, I guess I use. I'd have to look to see what it is. Yeah, 'cause I called him too.
I
I
appreciate,
only have
Find
Doug's,
a card.
unless you're Iowa City, but that was Saturday night.
I appreciate that, because like I told you, the thing was,
Turns out I never did.
when I graduated high school,
Survey.
we got our first computer, but it was in the teacher's, you could come and look at the teacher.
Yep.
Make a long story short, so I detasked for 34 years.
Well, you got 6 months, yeah, go for it.
Well, so back then, it didn't make sense that you write everything down during the day, then you get home, and you're tired, and then you're supposed to type it in.
Yeah.
So you do it twice.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you
Trish,
what,
I made it so that you
21
and
years,
Travis
we
could
both
sit
had
together.
25 years without a computer.
He's gonna be like, he has a school board meeting.
I said, how do you do that?
That's-
And they said,
that's
put folders.
Yeah, exactly. Ledger books, folders, notebooks, exactly. Mike brother
Yeah, there's a-
uses his computer for his car.
Oh, I was.
And he has to now because the paper plates that he used to issue, he used to be able to just take a Sharpie and
Yeah.
write the date on it. Well, you can't do that anymore. You gotta
I haven't had the
register.
sound on that whole time.
Special paper must be printed, special app you have to run to put it in. And so I got him set up, I got a computer and printer, and updated. He had a computer, it was a late. But his competition is about 3 blocks, it's Navajo's competition, about 3 blocks to the west, Lingle. The 2 boys that worked there never grew up computers, and mom and dad passed away, and they took over the business. So sister tried to set them up with computers. They had it one day, like $2,000 set up in Best Buy. They tried it for one day, it didn't work, took it all back to Best Buy, and they're still running off notebooks.
tell you what,
Yeah.
that's the way it
You
is.
don't have to do it, but it doesn't get challenging in this day and age. But, yeah, and for the sake of paper plates, they just can't issue them themselves. They have to take the
I
title,
didn't know that,
they turn
yeah.
the title over to the buyer, and the buyer has to go to the courthouse and take care of transfers.
Yeah.
And they run the risk that the buyer's not transferring, it stays in Wendell's name or wherever it's at. But yeah, they don't work that way. There's a lot of other, we call them old bogeys that are in the car business that they don't never have to, they never knew what to do with it. My dad didn't either. He's been gone 15 years, my brother runs it.
Yeah, well, see, last time, you know, my wife told me earlier about it, when she's goes around. She was being a school teacher, well, but she has some health problems and totally just, and it was like 7:30, and I'm like, okay, that's it, we're going to Dairy Queen.
Yeah. But you never need a computer for a piece of power.
No.
You turn in your daily receipts, you turn in your expenses, and your accountant takes care of it.
Yeah.
It's the same deal with my brother.
Yeah, and I have my own distributors, you know, so we just went down a checklist and boom, and it was done. You didn't need it. Time cards, you know, time cards, they did time cards and read off of them.
Yep. Now turn that over to, do you have a payroll service, or does he figure it out?
I did payroll service when I owned half a Duraclean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deductions through the book. But
So I was really hoping that they got put in the same.
I used always use one sergeant, accountant, so I turned it over there.
So he takes takes care of the payroll. for us.
Yeah, so.
All the laws on that,
Yeah, exactly.
take care of everything you
And
need.
it just keeps people away, you know?
Yeah.
Did all my own quarterlies, you know?
Coach?
I had enough of my days, you know?
Fourth, fifth, and sixth, we got 14 kids.
I have a whole,
As long as I
What are you
have
doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Anything but that.
It's older kids.
Anything but that.
coach themselves.
I think it's pretty long.
Crazy things, then you get parents yelling from the sidelines like they should have. You know anything about that?
Just keep the application in your pocket.
Well, I'll throw it out again. I don't even have a dog in the fight with 14 or with 4 graders, but,
So that,
I'm okay. I offered. Chad, I can't.
already asked. I asked Evan, I asked him to Terry and Tony today.
Gameplay use.
I didn't bother asking you.
Yeah, it's the chemicals that we get for, yep.
Well, Stan, you know, I'm man, Stan went through there, one bill that the city clerk there, she found a deal on, for city water bills. Well, what, you send them over to Cedar Rapids and yeah, it was a lot cheaper, but a lot thinner picture. You know, how you have, you know, they rip off. They're ripping them all over. Yeah, it was just
Too flimsy to pay.
If she bought 3 years worth.
Oh,
I can't tell you what to do.
she's hand delivering, is that what she's doing?
Oh,
Like the
she
alternative
must have
school
to.
down here?
Well, now we can't send them up to Cedar
Yeah,
Rapids. Now you get stacked, stacked like this. The water bills, and then you have to
I don't know.
hand do it.
processing.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
ordered. This is like,
Moved in
Jesus.
right here, South Washington.
But the council, oh, well, let's use them until we get them done, and then we'll get the bigger paper back, and they never asked us how you feel about it. Because they're not
Save
so.
them, save them $25, and you guys
Yeah.
spend hundreds on extra labor.
I
Yeah.
wasn't like, you
Or
know,
3 years.
Mike
Dusty
Cooper.
Burner.
Dusty Burner, Mike Cooper.
Zach Butters.
Yeah.
You'd probably be money ahead. You'd never get it past your budget, and you'd be money ahead to buy the new paper.
Yeah.
Just say, here, use this
Use that.
instead.
Use that
Throw,
for something
give me that,
else.
we're gonna burn it.
Really enough training.
They're out at, that
Yeah,
house.
by the time you end it, you'll be good.
I don't know, child.
So go ahead.
motion to go on public hearing.
So moved?
Second it.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, there's no action to be taken on this, so meeting adjourned.
Let me get into the next meeting here. Oh, looks like Kevin's trying to join this one.
Yes.
A team player.
Let's see what we all get here.
Throw that on Brandon.
Drayton, how's it feel to sit all alone at the head table?
Oh, it feels great. I never get this honor to be up here. So,
You have to answer all the big questions,
Yeah,
so.
take advantage of it.
well, microphone, everything.
Yeah.
Michael, can you identify yourself, please? I don't remember that one.
Not to.
There you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I need a motion, call order. Motion,
You don't need a motion to call
No,
it.
no,
Yeah,
no,
no,
just
you're good.
call this meeting.
Yep.
call this meeting order. Riley,
Aye.
Nate,
Present.
John,
Here.
Kevin. All right,
Here.
thank you. Pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I need a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public input, this is time, place for discussion items not already on the agenda with a time limit of 3 minutes each. Resolution 09-2026, approving downtown reinvestment transfer funds.
So we approved the grant for that, so this is just moving the funds from TIF to the downtown reinvestment that we already paid out.
Need a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion, a second.
Second.
Nate,
Aye.
Riley,
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Kevin.
This sound may not be great, which is fine.
We're good. All right. Resolution 10-2026, approving budget statement fiscal year 25-27.
So we just had our 15-minute meeting on the budget statement, so this is now approving that so that we can move forward with the budget process.
Will not exceed 12.5.
0, correct.
393. All right.
Motion to approve resolution 10-2026.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Aye.
Nate,
Aye.
Riley,
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Kevin. Public hearing on engineer's report for the preliminary plan for the city of Lisbon EMS district. Need a motion to put in public hearing?
So moved.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, this is for,
That's you.
Come on. All right, so this is the last step before the approval of the plat that will set the timer for the 60 days for the election. Sort of working with Johnson County, Lynn County, and Mount Vernon yet to kind of get all that timing together, so that way we can just hold one election versus every municipality having to do their own. So we'll have
And
more.
Cedar County still is it?
Cedar
On
County.
board with us.
So they are still holding to their 422D levy. I think there'll be conversations at some point. Right now, we're kind of focusing on what we have direct control over. And then we'll be looking to have more conversations with Cedar County. in the
Yeah,
future.
because, you know, a lot of our residents, some of our residents, and especially the development with the Dan Hole.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, you know, you're gonna add another 30 to 40 housings there.
Well, and that was the comment by the supervisors, is it's one of the few areas in Cedar County that's growing. So obviously they want to harness that as well for their county EMS, so.
But you brought to their attention the arrival time of each, them.
Yeah, you know, with us being right on the line, and, you know, we'd be significantly closer. Now that could change, they haven't for sure said where they're placing the Cedar County ambulances, once that gets started. But I would anticipate we would still be the closest resource, so.
Exactly.
There was two, or at least maps attached to it that Brandon had included. Can you kind of explain to them what the maps represent?
So the maps are the parcels that would be taxable within the district. So with the district code, ag land is exempt as well as city property or centrally assessed property. So it would just be any ag dwelling or residential, industrial, and commercial. So there should be a color code on there, I believe. So, any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you.
Any motion to go out of public hearing?
Move.
Motion to have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Set public hearing for fiscal year 27 budget for April 13, 2026. Need a motion to set the public hearing?
So moved.
Got a motion to have a second?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Set public hearing for budget amendment number 2 for April 27, 2026. Got a motion to set the public hearing?
So moved.
Motion to have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Correspondence, historic preservation letter. And you have a packet for that.
The letter was just showing that they did submit their annual report, and they are considered an active certified local government commission, so.
MLA Part 3 invite.
Rick and Raleigh had attended the MLA Part 1. The Part 2 is completely virtual, so anybody can take that anytime they want if you want signed up for that. Part 3 is coming up in Coralville, but there is a virtual option for that as well, so I just figured I'd put this in here. If anybody wants to sign up for that training, just let me know and I'll get you signed up.
Or any of the two.
None of them are required. Nope, they're not required. They're just nice to have for council members.
Okay, because like the first one, like I
Yeah,
brought
that
the
had
motion, that was mainly, that wasn't geared really.
Yeah, that was for the open meetings requirement,
Yeah.
so. But they have these courses after every election
Okay.
for new members, so.
Fine.
But anybody can attend them.
City engineer report,
Nothing.
public works. We'll just move on.
Yeah, skip over him for now, maybe he'll.
I don't have it.
We're gonna skip over this. Park and Rec.
Okay, we will be starting soccer this week for our 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th graders. And then next Tuesday, we'll start our pre-K, AK, kindergarten, 1st graders. We got 130 kids signed up for spring soccer. We'll have our spring cleanup Saturday, this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's where we just get everything cleaned up at all the ball fields and stuff like that, to make sure those are ready for summer. And I'll be doing field work and stuff on the baseball and softball diamonds as well. We got an Easter event on April 4th at 11:30 at City Park. It's a Saturday, so we're hoping to have a lot of kids for that.
What time was that?
11:30 on April 4th. Brian's coming in tomorrow. We're gonna go around and put trash cans and stuff out at the parks, and just look around and see what needs to be done for the summer seasons. We're also going to go out and put soccer fields together and get all the goals out and stuff like that. So I'll be busy with that stuff this week. I went and got renewed for my pool certification, so if anything ever happens to Travis, I am the 2nd person certified for that. And the only other thing I have is we'll start registrations for our T-ball programs and baseball and softball tomorrow.
With that many kids for soccer, how many do you guys try to hold it to per team?
So for our pre-K, AK, we play 4 on the field at a time, so the most I put on a team is 8. For kindergarten first, we play 5, so the most I put on a team is 10. For 2nd, 3rd, we play 7, so the most I put on is 14. And then for 4th, 5th, 6th, we play 8, so the most I put on is 16. But I try to keep them small.
Yeah, and you've had all right time finding coaches.
Yeah, for the most part. This time around it was a little bit more difficult, but I only need one more coach, so I'm sitting a lot better than I was last week.
Good.
Yeah, so I did great. Please, Vernon.
You should have gotten a report. If you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, we had a small incident last week involving a dog. The city attorney's aware of that. She'll be getting a letter to us in a short time. So,
Are you fully staffed now?
not quite.
Okay.
Officer Mackey has only got about 6 weeks left, I think.
Yeah.
And then he'll be back from the academy, and then once he goes, we'll have one, hopefully two, go into the academy, and starting May 4th.
So is K-9 up, going?
He is at training as we speak,
Okay.
so he'll be
I'm
back
reading that
April 3rd.
up there. So you got beautified by getting his tail knocked. That's awful nice. Any questions for Jason? Ambulance?
It's been a pretty busy week, or last week was a pretty busy week. We did have an issue with one of the ambulances that took it out of service. We were fortunate enough that Mechanicsville loaned us one of their ambulances, so we knew it was going to be out all weekend. So we were pretty thankful for that. Otherwise, we do have our last information session regarding the district levy process, and a little bit about the ambulance service Wednesday night at 6 p.m. at our station. And we are sitting at about 205 responses as of today. So.
But anything for Jason? Library? Anything for her?
She stopped in, but she did not give any report.
She did pull me in, last Friday, I think it was. They were making slime upstairs. There's a lot of kids there. Beautiful day. So, and she introduced me to the system I got. So that was pretty good. It was a pretty good week for spring break, and then yeah, there was quite a bit of kids out there making slime. They didn't ask me though.
You could show them.
They've had really good turnout for the kids' programs.
Very impressive. All right, fire chief, probably nothing.
Brandon gave me, well, I can do fire chief, city admin, MSA. He gave me the notes, but he did email, he said he was going to email it out prior to you guys, his notes for the fire department and how the dance went, and then city administrator notes, but he did want me to remind people that brush pickup is per code. All items must be stacked neatly in a pile next to the curb. Large cut ended to the right when facing the street and placed in a container for easy dumping. Pile size 4 feet high by 4 feet wide. No brush shall be larger than 10 inches in diameter and 8 feet long. We will start doing spring seeding soon. This will include areas where the plows took away some grass, touch up some projects, cemetery, etc. Brandon will be attending the Iowa Employment HR Conference in Des Moines on April 8th and 9th. With the budget being completed, he wanted to give everyone an update to the tax rate, which we kind of went over that already. And then trash pickup is back to normal this week. It was off by a day last week because there was a blizzard on Monday, even though it was 80 by the end of the week. So they were behind a day. But we are back to normal now.
Okay. What's the status with their newest restaurant? What is it, Kiki?
Kind of up in the air at this point. They have had no contact with the city at this time for a while now.
But they were close, right?
They were close, yep. And then all of a sudden they just stopped and they stopped paying, and now they're shut off and haven't contacted us. So
Shut off. What do you mean?
we
Like the
disconnected the water.
utilities?
Yeah. The utilities are shut off with the city at this time.
Really? So
I don't know if there's issues going on between the new owner and previous owner kind of stuff. I don't know how, if they were doing a lease, renting, bought, how that's working.
So it's just up in there. They never
It
said
is, yeah,
nothing?
just kind of quiet back the way it was beforehand, so.
Oh, wow, because they were working so hard
Yeah.
and working on weekends with that.
Yep.
Got everything? Got everything?
I did, that was everything from Brandon, yes.
You got anything?
I am just working, I will get back into working full swing on the budget now, since we finally get to move ahead on that. Otherwise, I have my own conferences coming up, but that'll be later in April anyhow, so.
Any questions for Christina? Nate?
I don't have anything this week.
Ralph?
Nothing, I'm just looking forward to, getting on with the springtime weather. Saturday was a little weird, but, it'll be nice, yeah, getting everything back to green and lush.
John?
Nothing.
All I just want to say is thanks to all the crews that worked that Monday for the blizzard that we had. I mean, just, I appreciate that. I was up at, I don't know, about 3 o'clock doing my stuff up and went into work. And, but I think they went out, I think he said about 2:30. I mean, by the time I left at 4 o'clock in the morning, the streets were pretty clear, so did a great job. All right, meeting adjourned.